Episode 5. Let's go. Let's get into it. What we talking about today, bro?
Talking about Clásico. Just happened this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
On Mother's Day.
Oh, yeah.
On Mother's Day. Hope you guys had a good Mother's Day. Hey, Barcelona beat Real Madrid 4-3. Kylian Mbappe hat-trick. Madrid was up 2-0.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts on the game, bro?
Man, I thought Real Madrid was going to take it, bro. With that early two goals, man, I was like, look, Barcelona lost in the Champions League. They might be the morale is down a little bit. So I was really thinking Real Madrid was going to take it, especially when they got the 2 goals up. But then...
It was a hot start. Mbappe, way to start the game.
Yeah.
Picture this, bro. You score a hat-trick in a Clásico.
Yeah.
But you lose. Hey, man, that's tough. That's a tough pill to swallow.
As an attacking player, bro, that's got to be the worst possible thing that can happen to you, bro. Because you're playing at peak performance. Like, you're maxing out, bro. Like, you scored 3 goals, bro, that's, like, top. And then your team lets down 5 goals in or whatever they let in, bro. Like,
4.
4?
4, but it could have been 5. Counted the last one.
That game could have been like 7-5, 7-4, 7-5. Because there were so many offside goals and...
It could have ended tied, though.
Why you say that?
Game could have ended 4-4, bro. Because when Ancelotti subbed in the youngster for Real Madrid, and Mbappe played him a pass one-on-one with the keeper, bro, skied it over.
Bro.
You saw that?
Talk about a miss, bro. At the high stage, bro.
Talk about that was their first touches of the game.
Of his career.
In the first team?
Of his career.
In the first team.
That's his first touch his first shot of his career, probably.
Of a senior team.
Yeah.
He's going to remember that for sure.
Yeah. Now, why you think Ancelotti did that, bro?
Well, I think he played him.
Over Rodri.
So here's the thing I've been hearing, man. Maybe Rodri was injured. I don't think he was fully fit. But the other part of it is... If Ancelotti didn't play Rodri because he picked the youngster over Rodrigo, then something's going on.
Right.
Because Rodrigo has a name already in Madrid. He hasn't had the best season, but he's known as a world-class player.
He can get you a goal.
Of course, even in that situation.
Yeah.
I believe they put Endrick before Rodrigo. They didn't even play Rodrigo, but I'm saying they put Endrick in. He played at like 10 minutes.
Damn.
I don't even think he had a chance, though.
Yeah, no.
But... The game was so open at the end. That should have been a tie, man. If you imagine a first touch, senior team, you place it top bins because he was going for top bins. But then, a different story. Headlines.
Okay, the Varane goal was a crazy goal, but the handball they ruled it back. But that was a great goal. The 5th goal that was a great goal, but I mean
didn't count. But
and then they also took away a handball from Barca.
Come on, man, that's not a handball, bro. Where do you want him to put his hand?
No, I agree. I agree.
He's moving to the left.
I know, I agree. It's not a pen. But I'm just saying, some people might say it's a pen.
I know, but moving full speed, where would we put his hand? And he was moving his hand towards his back.
No, if he would have been
he didn't stretch his hand out. He was stretching his arm back.
Yeah, if you go like that.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but his hand was already there.
Because he was moving. Like he moved quick, his hand was there, and then he moved it back behind his back, trying to protect, like trying to not get a handball, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that was a good call by the ref. But obviously, it fully hit his hand. Like nobody was arguing whether it hit his hand or not. It was just whether it was a
right.
What's the law is?
Yeah.
If it's an unnatural movement, the hand is in an unnatural position, then it would be a handball.
Yeah, but the amount of offside goals that there was, bro, crazy.
Offside
and tap and miss. Yeah, like. There were so many goals that were goals, but they're offside. Like, it's just weird. Right. It's just weird, like, that there were so many. Like, there was, like, 3 or 4 that they ruled back because of offside.
How you feel about VAR and players don't even fully celebrate now because they got to wait for the VAR check?
Oh, man. I think that kills the game,
right?
bro.
Kills it.
Same thing with the Varane goal, bro. They went crazy with Selly, and then they called it back.
Bro. Went with the fans.
Yeah.
And then for it not to count... Hey, you score a goal like that last second, doesn't count. But you did a celebration like that?
Yes.
Are you still posting the pics on your Insta? Are you still posting on your Insta?
If you got the dub,
you just don't say you scored, but hey, you posting the pic with the fans on.
That's a great thought.
It's different from back then, man.
Yeah.
But now you see how tough it is that even with VAR,
Right.
you're still debating.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe it was even better before. Just let the mistakes happen because we're humans. Like, for Reed missed a handball or he sees a handball, let him call it because.
But then, yes,
it's better to live with that mistake than to think that the VAR got the wrong call.
True, but then there's like more room for like corruption and like that's their part, like that political standpoint.
But that's gonna be there regardless. People believe, bro.
Yeah, but with
Madrid
VAR,
gets a call in their favor, and everybody's like, "Oh, Florentino Perez called in."
Of course it's always gonna be there, right? But it definitely. Imagine the Maradona goal, right? Hand of God. I'm just the first one that comes into my mind. That never goes in. That's what I'm saying. And then everybody.
That's historic. That's
what I'm saying. Like, it definitely takes away like important
moments of the game.
But I mean, I don't know. It's just crazy how the game has evolved in all aspects, like just playing wise, technology, data wise. Like now, so many teams use data. I don't know if you know. Yeah, statistics. Yeah. I don't know if you know about this team called Leganés. What they used, they made their whole roster off like statistics. So they're like, this player. I don't know if y'all see the movie Moneyball.
Baseball?
Baseball. They use statistics to like choose players like
their batting
to find good value. And bro, they're doing like I think they're doing decently.
Leganés?
Yeah, but they're saving so much money because they're getting those like underrated players that. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing.
You know what's crazy too? Atletico Bilbao. You know they only sign players from that region of the country where they're at?
I didn't know that.
So for them to be winning the Europa League and all that, with the limited selection of players, and they only pick players from their region.
I didn't know that, bro.
Yeah, man.
Where is Atletico Bilbao?
From the Basque Country. So Atletico Bilbao. Specifically in the Basque Country.
Fire.
So they're located in the city of Bilbao.
Fire.
Now that the season's coming to an end, bro. Liverpool won the league. Virgil van Dijk renewed his contract.
Yeah.
Mohamed Salah renewed his contract. Trent Alexander-Arnold sounds like he's leaving Liverpool. Is it confirmed?
I think so.
I think he sent a message or something saying he won't renew, right?
Yeah, he probably won't.
So where do you think he's going?
Real Madrid, no?
That's where everybody thinks he's going. I think it's Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And the craziest part, it will be on a free.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel about that, bro? Leaving on a free, your hometown club? Or would you want to have a team buy you so that your hometown club gets paid? You know what I'm saying? Because it's tough.
It's a tough one, bro. But at the end of the day, you gotta like that club has millions of dollars, bro. Like it's Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you also want to play for the team you want. You gotta think about yourself, right? I think.
What's best for you?
What's best for you? You know what I'm saying? Because I think as a club, the club is gonna be. They're gonna be good. Yeah, they're in a good state. They have money. Now, if it was an Argentinian club, like a smaller club, like a broke club, you would not want to leave for free because a big transfer. Think about, let's say, Julian Alvarez when he was at River Plate when they bought him from Man City. That signing, bro, is like big time for River Plate because they get so much money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a game changer for them. But for like Liverpool, it's like, I mean,
who did that? Jude Bellingham. The team in England that he was at was financially like in a bad spot.
Right.
So Dortmund signed him.
Right.
And that brought his club back up, his hometown club back up. And they were able to stay in that division. They were better financially, and he went on to Dortmund. I believe they even retired his jersey over there and everything.
Yeah. Now, do you know, or were you going to say something?
No.
So do you know about this like policy where, I know at River Plate or just in other clubs, it's like foundations. So let's say River Plate, if they came out from the youth academy, they have like a little like tag on. So every time they sell, they get a percentage of the sell.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's like 5%, 10%, whatever.
They do that here in the U.S.
Yeah.
That's MLS.
Yeah.
I signed that with the Dynamo.
Yeah?
They do that, yeah. I think it was like 10 years after it was active for 10 years after you left the Dynamo Academy.
Yeah.
If a team signed you, they get a percentage.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Damn, so you had that? You were on that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, it makes sense for sure. That's legit. Because think about it, bro.
I believe all academy players, they had to sign it. Because that's how they get their money back also.
Oh, yeah.
Because most of those big clubs in like Europe and over here, like MLS academies, the players don't pay for it really. They pay for your travel, they pay for your gear, they pay for everything, your games, food.
Yeah.
So that's a way of them to recover a bit of that money. Even though the federations give those clubs money too.
Yeah. And as an MLS club, I think it's a good investment, bro. Because think about it, bro. You just got to produce like 2 ballers. You make your money back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's all free and stuff, but
if you get one of those players to go to like Europe,
oh yeah,
they're set.
Exactly. So it's a good little. Yeah, you got to pay your coaches. Yeah, you need to have a field, a lot of travel and stuff. But it's a good investment as a professional team.
Yeah.
You know. So, what do you think about the youth system? How could the U.S. develop better players to compete with Europe, South America? What do you think is missing? What's the problem?
Compared to Europe and all those places, I think it's just the way that people live the game.
Of course.
Over there at a young age, they're already outside around the neighborhood playing football with their friends. Football, soccer, same thing. They're playing with their friends. They're like getting used to playing.
Yeah.
At a young age, the main thing you have to do is play a lot.
Exactly.
That's how you improve the most.
Yeah.
So they're already getting an advantage through there. And then places like Spain, they already have a set, let's say, plan that they've been using that has been working. So I kind of like, they got a little secret that the U.S. doesn't know about. That's a good way to look at it. Like they know how to prepare their youth players so that when they get to like 18, 19, they're already at a first division level.
Yep.
Compared to over here, it's more about just being a good player for the league you're in. They're not really focused on developing you for the pro game.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So over there, they're already with the mindset of let's produce them because we could get money from them and they can play for the hometown club. And in Europe, especially in Europe, most of those hometown teams are in a division that's like a pro level. In the U.S., most of your hometown teams, like let's say we're here in Houston, the Sugarland, we're living in Sugarland. What's the biggest club in Sugarland? Like Imperial?
Yeah.
They don't have a Division 1 team.
Right.
But in Spain, let's say Malaga has a Malaga City. And that's like saying like a Sugarland in the U.S.
Yeah.
Example, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So they have a different system. They have way more teams, way more professional teams compared to the U.S.
Makes the competition way better, bro. Like everybody's competing. Like you just want to climb up that ladder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But another thing is, bro, one of my coaches was telling me for one of my old clubs, he was saying how like an MLS team only focuses on like 2-3 players where they'll
all the resources
on them, but on the field as well. So let's say there's this new player that's coming out, their best player, right? They'll make the team around him to where it helps out his needs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's the star.
Because that goes back to what I'm saying. Like, they just need one player to make that money off so they could, like, sustain the system. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if they're going to be putting all that time, it's about money as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they're going to want to...
And also in the U.S., there's not that much money in soccer, football compared to Europe. So that's another thing. People are focused on the money in the U.S. a lot of times.
Yeah.
It's not bringing you in millions of dollars in the U.S. So they're like, why focus all our energy on that? But in Europe, it is bringing in millions of dollars.
Right.
So people are more committed to helping players develop.
That, bro.
It brings more money.
That, bro, and all in the U.S., bro, there's so many different sports. In all the other countries in Europe, South America, they only focus on soccer. Like, that's like 80% of it. And then if you look at us, it's like 20% of the U.S. is soccer. And yet we're kind of like not competing, but like, because think about it, bro. Most of our athletes, They could be doing track. They could be doing basketball. They could be doing baseball. Whatever. We're so spread out.
In soccer, the only thing we have in our favor here in the U.S. compared to Europe is the college system.
Right.
That's why a lot of European players come to Division I colleges here.
Yeah.
Because if you want to study, get a degree, and keep playing soccer, that's better here in the U.S.
Right.
But to be a pro, Europe is better, man.
Yeah. For sure.
In the sense of how they develop you, how there's more leagues, more competition, a bunch more teams, better layout. There's relegation. Here in the U.S., there's no relegation.
Nope.
Over there, teams are fighting to stay at the top. If not, they got to play playoffs. They could get relegated. They got to get promoted. They get promoted, they get extra money. So it's incentives. You know, so here in the U.S., there isn't that.
Yeah.
Here in the U.S., I think you got to buy your way into a league.
Yeah.
And then you stay there, right?
It's crazy.
Yeah, like USL 1, all those leagues, USL Championship. Teams got to pay they got to do a bid. To
yeah, but look,
leagues.
also the European clubs have been around for so much longer, like times 4 what these MLS teams have been around. So for you to have like a stable, a doable league, you have to do that because it's
more control.
It's more control.
Yeah.
And if you want to have like something that can last for years, you have to have control. So it's like, you know, they're gonna keep it that way just so these smaller clubs in the meantime, like you were saying, like your Sugarlands, they start to develop at raise their level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And once that happens, and then you could be relegation. You could have like promotion, relegation. But right now, like only the MLS is able to like sustain that type of like level of like high quality play. You know what I'm saying? Like competitiveness and all that stuff. So I mean, it'll take some time, but it'll be cool to see. Just like us like raise our level. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely improving.
Yeah.
It's just you can't compare it.
Right.
Let's see. Okay. PSG, Arsenal.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. PSG versus Inter Milan.
Yep.
That's gonna be the Champions League final.
Yep.
What are your thoughts? Predictions?
PSG is gonna win it, bro. PSG is gonna win it. Yeah, I got PSG.
Insane storyline of PSG winning it and Mbappe leaving.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Makes sense though. Makes sense.
Makes sense?
Makes sense. Big time. Think about this. And Luis Enrique has more control of the team. They have better chemistry. Yeah, without Mbappe. They have better chemistry. They all fight for each other. Like you said the other podcast. They all come back to the fan. Like they want it, man. But when you have one player, it affects the whole thing, man. So and obviously Mbappe's a baller. Duh. He's gonna get you the goals, but you're stronger together as a team than just one really good player.
For sure.
It's awesome to see PSG.
It's awesome to see PSG and Inter in the final.
Yeah.
Even though many people didn't expect that.
Right.
And Inter Milan, the cool thing about Inter Milan is that Lautaro, the striker, he was injured going into that last game and he scored. He showed an Instagram post of texting his wife before the match, basically saying, "I'm going until I can't run anymore.
Damn.
I'm gonna play until I can't." So and he's the captain of the team, so that the team feeds off that.
Yeah. That's cool. You know, my little brother, he's had like Lautaro Martinez as his wallpaper. You know how every kid has like their idol as their player.
He's a big fan,
and he's been following him from the very beginning. So it's really cool to see, like, damn, like that team has made it to the finals. Like, it's crazy.
But that's not the only crazy thing about it. They also were in the final 2 years ago. Inter Milan was in the final in 2023 against Manchester City. Man City.
Yeah.
Man City ended up winning that Champions League, but in a span of 2 years, they've been in the final twice.
That's impressive, bro.
2 years, because 2023 to 2025, but it's been 3 seasons.
Right.
So in 3 Champions League seasons, they've been in the final twice. And it's Inter Milan, which you wouldn't expect that at the start of a season.
Yeah.
Just they find a way to win. They fight their way through, and the next thing you know, they're in a semifinal. They have a crazy match like they did against Barcelona, and they win it.
You know, they have the same thing that we just said about PSG, bro. They have a good chemistry team. You know, like they're kind of like a balanced team. Like they have a Dumfries, absolutely baller, bro. Like he's a beast. And that striker they have, I don't know, is it Thuram or something like that? He's a baller too. Like he has a good vision, like solid. And then
you know who made headlines this weekend was PSG. If they got the best fullbacks in the world. That was the question.
Mendy and
Hakimi.
Oh, Hakimi.
Mendy and Hakimi. Oof. So right now they're the best fullbacks in the world.
That's crazy.
Like the best pair of fullbacks in the world.
Yeah.
Champions League final.
Yeah.
PSG's playing at a super high level.
Yeah.
Dembele, man, was cool to watch. He didn't start the last semi-final game because he had picked up an injury in the first leg.
Right. Bro.
Can't do that when you're yawning, brother.
What?
Dembele had picked up an injury in the first leg, so he didn't start the second leg.
Yeah.
But it was cool to watch how when he went to warm up to play the last 20 or whatever amount he played, the crowd was giving him like a standing ovation. So they love him in Paris. They love him in PSG. So that's cool to see, especially after that rough time he had at Barca, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's a baller, man. He left foot, right foot, technical, fast. Like, man, he could.
I think what got him at Barca was the injuries.
Yeah.
That was the main thing, because it wasn't that he was a bad player. It was that he just couldn't play that much. He's shifty, bro, fast.
Yeah.
He's just not the best finisher. Creates a lot of chances, isn't the best finisher. But when he finishes, man, he has a great season like the one he's doing right now.
Yeah. And then I don't know if it would fit. I don't know if he fitted the Barca style play. Yeah. Like, bro, like, of course you always want him on your team, but Barca now, bro, the way they play, it's pass, go. Like, they're very 1-2, very technical team. Yeah. You know, and I feel like
more of a
counter-attack /
deep players fast.
Yep.
Not really of a combined type of player.
No, he's not. Exactly.
But he's shifty. He'll get past 2 or 3 players.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, of course you always want him on your team. But I mean, Lamine Yamal, bro, he's similar, bro. Because I mean, he could combine, but he doesn't like to. Like, he wants to have the ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wants it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I like about him, though.
Too, yeah.
Like, he wants to show that he's the best in the world.
Heck yeah, bro. He's not afraid of it, bro.
He loses the ball, he'll go again.
Shit. Hey, I love that, bro.
Lamine Yamal. Mbappe's, I want to say, second goal came off. He thought he got fouled. He threw himself to the ground. They barely touched him. Real Madrid hit a counter, and Mbappe scored. Hey, as a young player, that could kill your
morale.
That could kill your morale, man. And him instead of going down, he just went up. Yeah. He said, "Bet they scored. Let's get him." And what did he do? He hit the 2-2. Whew. For the 2-2, right? Who scored the first one? Garcia.
Yep.
Garcia scored the first goal. 2-1. For 2-2, Yamal.
Yep.
He was the second one, right?
Yes, sir.
He curved it in.
Yep. And then Rafinha scored right after.
And Rafinha, it was back to back basically, right?
Yeah.
And then it's 3-2.
Yeah.
And that was going into halftime. They went 3-2 into halftime, right? So yeah, that's for Madrid. That was a tough blow, man.
Yeah, no, especially when Rafinha scores right after Lamine Yamal.
You could feel it, man. I remember when it was 2-1, Madrid was still up. I already knew 2-2's about to come soon. You can feel it. The way that Barca attacks, man. They on top of the other team. You're like, a small mistake, they're gonna finish it.
Yeah. What's it called, bro? Like you said, though, Lamine Yamal had the second goal. He tried shooting the same shot, and he hit it terrible. Like, he hit it like right at the goal, like a soft shot. Same shot. Now he did it again. He bangs it in. So that's like the thing. Like, he's not afraid to fail. You know what I'm saying?
Not afraid of the moment.
Not afraid of the moment, bro. Like, that's awesome, because a player might shoot that shot and be like, okay, that might not be my shot today. I'm gonna try something else. Nope. He goes to try the same exact shot, that back post curl, and he hits it well this time. So, props.
And they closed out the game.
Yeah.
It was, I think the game ended, 4-3?
Yeah.
But they ended up winning. Difference in the Champions League was that they had the lead at the end, and they were still trying to score.
Right.
This is the thing about Barcelona. They have a young team.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I believe that Champions League helped them realize that if we got the lead towards the end of the match, we got to keep it. Just keep the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Not try to go score. It's how to waste some time, manage the game, and let's get the result.
Yeah.
But hey, man, that's football. That's the beautiful part about the game, man. I remember Pedri, about less than 5 minutes left of the match, he gets a foul, sticking his tongue out, celebrating like he's about to win the match.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, Inter goes and scores. Next thing you know, you're tied. Extra time, Inter scores again, and you're like, what just happened?
Yeah, man.
So that's the beautiful part of the game.
Yeah. Hey, remember when we were talking? I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast, but we were talking about Pedri, and I was like, bro, he's a baller. And then I sent you on Instagram, Tony Cruz was like, he's the best player of all time.
Not all the time.
He's the best player of his position.
Position. If Tony Cruz said it, it must be true.
Okay.
It must be right. He must be right.
Yo, what do you think about Xabi Alonso being the new coach of Madrid?
I think it's official yet.
I think it's official.
It's official?
I think it's
for the end of the season?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I like it. I used to like Xabi Alonso when he was a player.
Right.
That 2010 World Cup, he was in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe he was in it.
He was in it.
So in that 2010 World Cup, Xabi Alonso was playing in the midfield for that Spain team that won it all. So he was one of my favorite players back then. Quality.
He could ping the ball, no?
Yeah, ping the ball. It was basically like a similar style to Tony Cruz. For the
right.
It was different time periods, let's say.
Right.
Tony Cruz played longer, you know. It was different. Xabi was older, but point is, Xabi Alonso, I think, is a great pick for Madrid, man. I hope he does what Zidane did with Madrid. Tough to match that or to beat that. But
yeah.
If he's able to do half of what Zidane did, it'll be impressive.
I think he could really raise the game just because he already had like his good little time in Bayern Leverkusen, so he's a little seasoned a little bit. Experienced. And he knows that Real Madrid culture. He understands it. He understands
1,000%. He's a legend.
The winning mentality, like what it is. Because
bro, what it takes.
Not everybody understands that. Like once you understand it and you live it, you're able to like. He's able to coach that.
He's able to relate.
Yeah. Not everybody can relate to that, bro. Like
one thing is just talking about it. The other thing is actually having to live through it, experience it, know what players feel in certain moments.
Exactly, bro.
So I think he's a great fit for that. And the way Bayern Leverkusen was playing was a high level.
Yeah.
For not having like the best players in those positions and their positions, they were performing well. They went on a crazy win streak at one point. His first season, I believe.
Right.
Went on an unbeaten run.
And they had crazy comebacks.
And they won some trophies. So he did really good with Bayern Leverkusen, man. I just hope he takes that to Madrid.
And then they're saying Ancelotti went to Brazil. That's confirmed, I think.
Yeah.
That's confirmed.
That'll be interesting to watch with players like Endrick. See what happens with him because he doesn't play much in Madrid. And now with Brazil national team, Endrick wants to be at that next World Cup, but if he's not playing much at Madrid, it's gonna be tough.
Damn, that team is loaded though, bro. That team, they got
Brazil?
Rafinha, they got Vini, they got Rodri. In the attack, at least. I don't know about the defense or midfield.
And they got Marquinhos.
Yeah.
PSG final.
Yeah.
They got the keepers always good, Ederson or Alisson.
Yeah, right. No, I'm excited to see the attack, bro, because they just don't have a real 9, though. That's the thing. I remember that was their problem for like a couple years. They don't have like an actual 9, it's like a real 9.
The Europa League is going on right now too.
Yeah.
And the final right now is Manchester United against Tottenham. Manchester United against Tottenham.
Yes, sir.
That's going to be the final of the Europa League.
Oh, that's the final?
Who do you think is going to win that one?
Man United for sure.
Man United. Bro. Here's the thing, though.
For sure.
Tottenham hasn't won a trophy.
Oh, my God.
This is the crazy part.
Gosh.
they've been on a dry trophy run. Harry Kane left.
Mm-hmm.
What was it, last year? And he won a trophy this year with Bayern.
Yeah.
Bayern Munich.
Mm-hmm.
And the coach was Vincent Kompany, who was a center back for Man City.
Mm-hmm.
The captain, Vincent Kompany.
Yeah.
And it's his second career trophy as a manager. So, do you think Tottenham has a chance in the Europa League against Man U?
No. No, bro.
No chance?
I love it. That'd be
historic.
I mean, that'd be cool for them to win it, but I think Man United has the leg over Tottenham, bro, because I seen him play. I don't know if you've seen him play. I seen him play against Liverpool, bro. Nah, man. I don't know how. I'm surprised they made it to the Europa League final, bro, because I mean, bro, they just gave up against Liverpool. Like, you can never just give up.
Manchester United?
Yeah. No. Tottenham.
Oh, you talking that?
Tottenham gave up against Liverpool.
Tottenham gave up against Liverpool?
Yeah, bro. So, I mean, I don't know. I got a Man United.
I think Man United got this one.
Yeah.
I hope they do. I'm a Casemiro fan. He used to play at Madrid. Now he's at Man U. When he first got to Man U, they were hating on him. So when he first got to Man U, they loved him.
Yeah.
First few months. And then they started hating on him because the team was performing bad. He isn't that type of player who's going to score a bunch of goals and carry the team on his back. He's the type of player who's going to do his role at a high level.
Right.
And help his other players around him elevate their level. So, happy for Casemiro to reach the final. He's been scoring recently. He scored in the last two games for Manchester United in the Europa League. And I hope they win it. I also am a Bruno fan. Quality player, Bruno, man. Bruno Fernandes. The numbers he's putting up at Man U is impressive. And the fact that he plays basically every game.
Yeah.
Captain.
Mm-hmm.
He told the media, Man U, the trainers and everything were telling him, hey, you got to get some rest. He basically said, I'll rest when I die.
Holy moly.
He said, I'm going to go until I can't. Like,
heck yeah, bro.
and he runs so much, man.
Yeah.
He said, I'll have plenty of rest after my career is done.
That's a great
mentality.
That's a great mentality, bro. Because it's right.
And then, yeah.
Right. I also got a Nacho, bro.
Nacho?
Got Nacho because he's Argentinian.
He's putting up some numbers, man.
Yeah.
And Nacho, no, good player.
Good player. But, I mean, yeah, his attitude is a little off, no? Right? And he's a youngster. I mean, he's a youngster, bro. He's a
he's a youngster.
Might be hard-headed, but
he could play. The Man U shirt doesn't weigh too much on him.
Nah. He's doing well. That's what's up.
And Mason Mount hasn't been at his best recently. Remember, he used to be a
scored in the Champions League final, I think.
Super known player, rated super high. Where was he playing before Man
Chelsea?
U? He was playing at Chelsea.
He scored in the final, I think.
He was about to be, if he stayed at Chelsea, he would have been considered a Chelsea legend because he was up there, man. He was one of the best in the world. I think they got rid of him, man. They paid, man. You paid a super high amount for him, and that's why they sold him. So they made a great amount of money with him. And then Man U, when he went there, it wasn't the best start to his career at Man U. He got some injuries, came back, he got another injury, and now he's starting to play again. He wasn't playing his best, but his last game, those last 30 minutes that he came on for, were his best minutes in a Man U shirt, man. And he scored a goal.
He scored that banger, bro. That turn was nice, bro.
Quick turn, side of the net finish.
Yeah, class.
Those are his best minutes as a Man United player.
Yeah, class.
So I'm rooting for Mason Mount. Because that level he was showing at Chelsea, if he shows that at Man U,
he can revive his career.
And revive Man U, man. In Europe.
No, for real, bro. I feel
that
bad.
Combination, I always thought that combination of Bruno, Casemiro, and Mason Mount would go crazy.
Sheesh.
Then there's also some players like Mino.
Mino's a baller, bro.
He made a name for himself last season, but
bro.
This season hasn't been playing that much. I think he picked up an injury and then slowly came back.
Harry Maguire,
what a way to turn his career around at Man U, man.
He scored a goal or what? The other game?
He scored a goal in the quarters. Semifinals, he gave a crazy assist, dribbled down the line. They were calling him Maradona. They were they like 3 fakes
Right.
Defender was turning his back on him, turning. He was shifty with it. Gave a perfect cross in. Man, Casemiro, I believe, scored. So a header. It was a header. I just remember it was a header.
Sick. I need to watch the replays.
Man, Harry Maguire, with all the hate that he got, respect, man. Turning his career around, and man, he had lost the captain's armband. He just kept working, kept pushing. Respect, and look at him now, man.
Respect, bro. Because, bro, he was one of the most hated players. Because,
man, he's not like a flashy player. He just wins those balls in the air. And hits good long passes, man.
Yeah.
But he's not like he's not gonna break.
He's not like a Van Dijk.
He's not gonna break lines like Kouassi. He's not a Van Dijk that he doesn't have the speed of Van Dijk.
Right.
But what he's good at, he does it at a high level.
Yeah.
Like, for me, I always believe in England, he's a great player, man. The style of play with England, the way he plays in there, that's his best level of football I've seen him play with the national team. But no, it should be cool to watch that final.
Yeah, be cool.
Hopefully, Man U wins it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, man.
Bet. That's episode 5. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
Let us know in the comments what you guys want to hear about.
Yes, sir.
If you like this style of podcast better, or if you like the other style of giving more advice, more tips,